Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. And in this episode, we're going to be doing the usual stuff. But before we do that, I know I said we were done with this, but we are going to start out with a little bit more decoration. And this truly is going to be the last bit of decoration that we will do for a long time. I mean, even as the words left my mouth, I realized that it's probably going to be a lie, because I will probably think of something that I want to change, but this is going to be the last thing, at least on my mind, that I need to get done before we move on with the game. So last episode, or was it last episode? It was in recent memory, that we decorated these two rooms, and they look pretty stupendous, I have to say. Really happy with how it came out. But then one thing that one of the little aesthetic tricks that I used in one of these rooms, specifically the sheet metal flooring on top of the normal floor, I was like, that looks really good. And to be honest, this section I always felt had been missing a little something something. And that something is that all of these devices, all of this machinery, it's just sitting on the regular floor. And it looks like it needs something a little bit extra, and it was this thing that I put that gave me the epiphany. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fix it so that the machines in this room also have that similar metal sheeting underneath it. In order to do that, we're gonna have to first of all remove the 4080 floor tiles, and hopefully that hasn't changed anything except for this one room. Okay, and now what we need to do is we need to... I've forgotten what this floor tile was called. Nope. Was it the Heretics floor tile? It was Venedon's floor tile. Okay. We're gonna add Venedon's floor tiles underneath all of the gizmos in this room. So that's how we're gonna do it. Yes, this is the one we want. So we'll start off with a cool 3x3, which is gonna go underneath the fusion lab. Start with a cool... Now, I think these two machines, their footprint is just a sort of a 2x, or like a 1x2, I think. So I think that looks fine. We can make it like a 2x2, but that might look a little bit unnatural. This machine also needs flooring underneath it. You know what? Let's give everything... Let's give it a square outline, and if we don't like it, we can change it. We should do this one as well. I don't think you need anything. I don't think the floating book needs anything. I don't think the desk needs anything. So now we need to add 4080's tile back, and now we're gonna have a bit of a task for us to put this flooring down in a way that covers the entire floor again, but doesn't... we could add some more for this thing, and you know what? Let's add some more of the Venedon floor tile. So now, yeah, this entire section. You know what? That entire section and this entire section can have the sheet flooring on it. And then the rest can be 4080. And let's see how this looks. Well, I'm liking the idea. I'm just not sure if the execution is on point just yet. I don't like how there's a break here. So maybe what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the old thing of, instead of having a long sheet, we're just gonna have individual sheeting for the different things in this room. And only covering the base of the objects. And so that means we're gonna have to add more 4080 tiling to fill up the remaining space. And now I think that just about is enough. Yeah. We have all of that sheet under the machines and not under anything else. I guess I don't think we need any for the book, because like, it's an object that's floating above ground. I don't think we need any for this desk. It's just, you know, there for people to sit down, and everything else I think is fine. And with that, we are going to exit decoration mode and gonna pat ourselves on the back for a job relatively well done. We didn't really add, we didn't change anything. We didn't add any new objects. All we really did was we shifted things around a little bit. This object, you cannot walk across this side. So maybe there is something on the ground that we should be blocking off. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe I am just overthinking it, and that it's like it's supposed to be a 2x1 object, but the hitbox is 2x2, or 1x2, or whatever the technicality is. Anyway, similar with the last renovations we did, the way to tell whether you've done a good job is, instead of just staring at it, you gotta leave it alone for a while, and then when you come back, that's when you will know whether you are successful. Right, so that's that done, and now we are going to carry on with the rest of this episode. And when we come back home after our first realm, we'll take a look at what the feeling is like when we step away from our hub area for a while, and then come back to it, and we'll see what that's like. Before we go in, let me just make sure we're running all our projects. Yes, we are. Let me make sure we are happy with the Rune of Prophecies. We kind of are. Let me just take a look at how our assassination mission is going. It's kind of going. What? Well, I guess it's is there any treasure golem dumpling situation? Nope. All we need to do is just do some regular realms. Open up some chests. Do the usual stuff. Alright. Nothing horrible going on in this realm. We do have candle enemies to kill. So, a lot of sorcery creatures to kill, a lot of death creatures to kill, a lot of chaos creatures to kill. Sorcery, death, chaos. And that's the only, those are the only things on the Rune of Prophecies. I don't think I've ever seen it have fewer than 4 of those, like, kill creatures of a specific class objective before. Anyway, let's get this done. I guess we'll hit a couple of these extra objects. We do also want to grind up favor with the gods. I shouldn't be opening big chests because we established that they do not count towards our achievement for opening chests. All they... and again, like, I almost feel like I sound like a crazy person saying this, but the bad thing about those big chests is that they have a chance of giving you nether stones. And why is that a bad thing? Well, it's a bad thing because the game at this point is largely a solved problem. The only question is how quickly can we do the things that remain to be done, and finding nether stones, by and large, the only thing it does is it slows us down, because then we got to figure out, you know, okay, we got to get rid of these nether stones. Or if they're nether stones with traits, we've got to pause to read the traits, which I don't mind, but honestly, even trait nether stones, I feel like our collection is getting a little bit bloated. And most of the trait nether stones are also just not that useful, because most traits are not that useful. Like these Ossane traits. Maybe they would have done something for, you know, an early level, mid-level party, but at this point in the game, there's very few traits that actually give us pause and make us think about bringing them on. Do we care about little dwarves? We don't. See, I'm not even gonna... If I don't have to talk to them, I'm not gonna talk to them. I'm gonna save myself time wherever I can. Right, so sorcery, death, chaos was what we had to do, right? Sorcery? Death? Well, we killed a lot of death. So, sorcery, chaos. Chaos can be, I don't know, get some Cerberus. Let's get some more Cerberus. And then we'll make some rune. We'll summon some, sorcery. I guess let's kill these dudes. Alright. Okay. Grimoire is fine, I suppose. Alright, so now we gotta, if at all possible, either hunt down every single creature we've summoned, or kill 5 of them, go back to the candle, so that we can, like 3 more, I guess, and then summon some more. That way, we can get the kills even more quickly. Right, we'll summon some more of these here. Runic Grimoires. And then that way we don't have to like hunt down every last summoned creature. We have a bit of leeway because we've already finished the realm quest, right? And don't necessarily want to have to run around exploring the entirety of the realm if we don't have to. Right? Make life a little bit easier for ourselves. Kill these dudes. And one underappreciated aspect to summoning creatures at the candle, or in general, I guess just killing creatures, is that this deep into the game we get a large amount of resources from them, especially since we've completed all of our card sets. You know, the ones that give you a chance of doubling your resources, all of those we have at 100%. Or like we have them operating at peak efficiency. So that means pretty often the chance of getting extra resources is triggering. And I'm not sure how many overlapping bonuses we have, but I'm sure if we took them all into account, we can work out exactly on average how much of a multiplier we get. Like for instance, like on average, for every X amount of resource, we're getting X multiplied by what, right? So I think we can just move on to a new realm. Sounds pretty good to me. $373 is pretty good. And find valid vegetables by defeating enemy creatures. Okay, well that's all we have to do. That's doable. And I'm gonna avoid these treasure piles because yes, they have a chance of summoning treasure golems, but we don't really want treasure golems. All we want is to get through realms quickly. And I guess we'll kill the minimum amount of people we need to just get through the realm. Kill some more dudes. These, oh god, fuck these guys, man. This is why I used to pick Singleton on all my classes, is because like the attack X time, it wastes so much of your time whenever enemies are doing their actions this many times. There's no way to speed it up. It just eats up so much of your time sitting there, even on turbo mode. Right. Ugh, hideous, dude. Absolutely hideous. Anyway, let's not sit around whining. Oh hey, that's pretty good. We need a ton of these, so it's good that we got another one. And this gives us how much? 1193. I don't know if the amount of stardust we're getting is going up over time or if it's just stable within a certain range. It's probably just stable within a certain range. It's probably like, you know, like arcane dust. Anyway, let's do a bit of that. Do a bit of this. Do a bit of donation action. And let's find this master and go. I'm still, even though we have all the master achievements, I still want to hunt down masters wherever possible, because it is a form of, I guess you can call it game progress. Oh hey, construct master, especially rare ones like this, permanently getting bonuses for yourself is a form of game progress, even if you're not getting achievements for it, because it is a certain form of strength, even if in most battles it's going to be negligible. Like, whatever boost we gain from beating the Construct Master another time is not really going to apply for us unless we're fighting creatures with constructs in them, or sort of like parties with construct creatures in them, and that's not very often, right? That is not very often. Also, let me quickly grab you. And let's leave and go on to the next realm. What's going on in this realm? We gotta visit graves. What are graves? Is that's not a grave? Oh god. Ugh. And this guy's gonna give us some treasure. Okay, those gravestones are what we need to go to. Ooh, extra traits is kind of a spicy realm. Hopefully the extra traits don't mess with us. They probably will, but it would be nice to hope that they didn't. Alright, is this the master, or is that some I don't want to fight the treasure golem. Let's try and avoid him. So yeah, we're still looking for the master. Treasure map. Do we... Please stop, dude. Do we care about buried treasure? The answer is yes, we do. So we gotta hunt down this treasure, and indeed it is right there. And we need to go to a bunch more graves. I guess let me just hit this place pretty quick. Yeah, the extra traits are already starting to do some nonsense stuff. Mainly in the form of enemies occasionally just being immune to our stuff. Here we go, Mummy Master. At least he was polite enough to die right away. Alright. Hit this. Alright. What do we... Man, where are these graves? Excuse me? Am I just missing them, or... We don't care about treasure. What? Seriously, what? Silver tether sounds familiar. If the creature doesn't take afflicts it with snared, I don't care. Where are these? Seriously, dude? Am I blind? Are these the graves? Are these are the graves. Oh, those are the graves. Those things that I was avoiding, those are the graves. Even so, do we even have like 5 of those things? I guess we might. Yeah, okay, those are the graves. And that's our 100th realm quest with the Grove Tender, and we can take a look at what the costume is gonna be. For that, we're gonna have to head home, and hopefully this treasure golem doesn't run into us. Got dangerously close, but we did okay. All right, first things first, go to the specialization. Actually, no. First things first. Let's go to the wardrobe. Let's take a look at the. So, Growth Tender Tier 2. This is what we have, and Tier 3. This is what we unlocked. So not actually much of a change. All we get is a. Well, the mask becomes bigger and somehow more disturbing looking. And then there's a giant blooming flower, and then there's an extra ring that goes around the back as well. Reasonable, decent. And now we will, having finished everybody on this page, gonna now transition to the Hell Knight. But before we do, let me remind myself about the anointments. Burn their corpses, Dreadnought, Firestarter, Veracity, Worldbreaker. Alright. So get rid of this stuff. This is Dreadnought? This is not Dreadnought. This is Dreadnought. So Voracity. And then Worldbreaker. And is that everything? Sounds good to me. And now we have we have the wrong party equipped. So let me swap to Blightmark 2. Hopefully this is fine now. And there's one more thing we have to do, which is we've got to go to here. Oh, it's already got the Hell Knight on it. It's like it was meant to be. That's great. And lastly, we'll take a look at this place. And honestly, it looks fine. The main issue I was having was there was too much unbroken floor with nothing on it. Other than just these objects lying directly on the floor. And now I think it looks a little bit nicer. Because all of these things have some sort of like industrial base to them. One thing I'll do is I'm gonna see if yeah, we're just gonna do it like one by one. Just to be consistent with what we've done with... Oh, I removed all of them. What? Oh, I fucked up, dude. I fucked up. You know what? Let me quickly fix it. Venodon's tiles. Yeah, like this. Now everything has tiling under it, and only under where its base is. This kind of looks like it should have more, but if let's just leave it like this. Let's just leave it like this. Something about the layout of these things isn't quite jiving with me. But you know, let's think about it. Stepping away and coming back gave us some direction in which to modify it. Maybe if we take another step back and come back, we'll have another epiphany about how to fix it. I do think the metal flooring is it's the solution. This is taking a while, but you know what? It's just giving us more rerolls, helping us chip away even more at the. I think we needed about like 13,000 more rerolls. There we go. New realm, I think, yeah. Random realm is fine. Alright, we do want to hit these. Wyverns should be fine. Alright. What's with all these debuffs, man? I'm gonna... My god, dude, stop it. I'm gonna avoid these bookshelves because they're just gonna give us more loot. We're avoiding loot. Alright. Hit that thing. Right. Alright, anything down here? A couple things, alright. Oh, these wyverns are debuffing us, I think. And those... It doesn't bother me that much, but the debuffs do waste our time a little bit. Just because the game needs a moment to put... Yeah, the game just needs a fraction of a second to put those debuffs on me, and that's a fraction of a second that, dang it, I'd rather not give to the game. Alright. I think we've killed the master. Yes, we have. So we're ready to just call it good. But let's see if we can find some other good stuff. Alright. Anything up here? I don't think so. So we're just gonna head home. Actually, let's take a quick look. Get a little bit more flavor out of this. couple more chests. We have fewer than 2,000 chests to open. And when we hit that 50,000 chest achievement milestone, you best believe never opening another goddamn chest in this game ever again. Dude, that's gonna save me so much time. It's gonna be so good. But there's still some distance to go before that happens. Ooh, 463. Nice. Oh my god, dude, stop it. All right. Okay. Ooh, that's a trait, nether stone. Something of the buried. Watch of the buried. When this creature gains a minion, I don't care. That sounds kind of lame. Do I even care about Xantai? I don't think so. I'm gonna leave Xantai alone just because he has a small chance. There's a small chance that he can kill our party depending on what he's what his traits are. I risked it, but it could have gotten scary. Ooh, bad. Oh, sorry. Well, that was a bad card, but cards in consecutive chests. I don't know if we've ever seen that before. Okay, so you have absolute trash. Good job, dude. Good job. All right. All right. Okay. Or low-level nether stones. As long as they're below level, like rarity 170, then we don't have to worry about you know, like carefully destroying them, because traits only spawn with rarity 170 or above. Right, so this is gonna be the Spell Juggler Master, who we've already killed a bunch of times, and now we can just kill you again. Completing prophecy lines feels good. Hit a couple of these Volpertingers. Feels nice. Alright. Go down. I'm not sure what you summoned, but we need neither a Dumpling nor a Treasure Golem. So not particularly interested in whatever you brought here. Alright. Let's go up and around. Is there anything interesting? Well, there's the buried treasure. Alright, let's hit these chests. Let's go up here. Anything here? Well, there's more chests. Every chest we hit brings us closer. Every chest we open does bring us one closer to never having to open chests ever again, except for when the Rune of Prophecies is asking us to. Do we care about Keyforge missions? Yeah, I guess we kind of do. We just make sure we don't care about dumplings. We don't care about dumplings. We absolutely do not care about dumplings. And I guess I might as well just start, I don't know, forage mission. You know, it looks fine. The changes we made, they look fine. There's just one change that I think we can make. Go to decoration mode. Gotta make sure to only remove that one. If we're serious about this theme of only the base of the device should be covered, then only the base, and then the rest of it can be just this as usual. Now I think it looks a lot nicer, because now we're doing it consistently all around, right? Everything that's resting on the floor has it, but does it make sense if this is coming out of the ground? It doesn't really make sense for this to be sheet metal. Like it should still be something different from the rest of the thing, but it should be a different ground effect. It could just be floor. But let's see what else we can put. We already are using a Poconox's floor. Ariamaki. Bastion of the Void. Burning Coals? Hidden Depths. Damarel? Cobblestone? Lockwork? Maybe this? So we were on the Geomancy Carving, Great Panda, floor tile, lava, just straight lava. Or maybe we just leave it... Maybe we just leave it black? To symbolize it coming up like that. Actually, what was the... Was it Poconox's floor? Yeah. We'll use Poconox's floor to make it look like it's bursting out and then the ground is damaged underneath it. That's the missing piece. Now it all makes sense. All of the things that are actually resting on the ground are looking proper. the thing that's bursting out of the ground is, the thing that's fracturing the ground, from what it looks like it's visually doing, is surrounded by the broken ground effect. And for good measure, we can also put that effect under this object, I think. So we go to decoration mode. Floor tiles. This is a Pochronox's floor tile, right? I don't know how visible this will be, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna exit decoration mode. Yeah, it does kind of look like it's like punctured through the floor and gone. And it's like it's a little bit not quite as dark as the surrounding floor, but I think it kind of looks good. All right, so this is how we'll keep it for now, and then now we've got to take on Judgment and Mercy. So let's see how these guys are doing. Let me take a look at my Rune of Prophecies. What do we need? We just need more Pando Shrines and right, sounds good. We got another boss to kill. Do we care about anything else? No. I think I saw a treasure map out of the corner of my eye. I did. I'm not even gonna pick it up because we don't need it. Because we do not need it. Alright, boys. Let's move on. Alright. Alright, let's hit you. Alright. One thing I didn't realize was exactly how many projects we had to finish. So maybe after I finish this training mission and health forge mission, sorry, this training mission and pilgrimage, we'll start another key forge to have something we can do that's going to be finished quickly. Alright, well, let's find this nether boss. Nice. There's the nether boss. Take you out. Judgment and Mercy, this is going to be a double boss fight, but we can kill them both in one go. I think they have a gimmick where if you kill one of them, then the other one becomes really strong, like the Smo and Ornstein fight from Dark Souls. But if you kill them both, I wonder if the Dark Souls fight works the same way, like if there's a way to like get both of their health down and then kill both of the bosses with the same area of effect attack. In a way, it would be even more plausible in a real-time three-dimensional game, because you could legitimately have one attack that in the same instant damages both of them, right? And then I guess the game would just have to... Would it though? I actually don't know. I actually don't know. That's an interesting thing. I may look this up afterwards if I remember whether you can do it. It would be cool if you could, but it also wouldn't surprise me if the game just isn't equipped to do it, and then like the game just randomly, or like it has its own thing where it decides based on who's closer to you, like which one of the bosses is actually gonna die, and then which one of the bosses is actually gonna stay and do the second phase. Something to think about. But surely we're gonna be heading into our first Falls God fight of the episode, and indeed we are. Oh, we got 377. I ruined it. Oh, we had 391 and I ruined it. Dude, I need to lock in. I'm actually really tired right now. This is I'm actually recording this on the first day of work for the year. So by the time the episode goes up, it'll be much deeper into January, but I'm recording this on January 6th, which is a Tuesday. Now, ordinarily I would have been back to work yesterday on Monday, but the thing is they didn't even tell me what my schedule was until like 3:40 p.m. yesterday. So suffice it to say, well, to say that I didn't work yesterday would be a bit of a lie, because even though they didn't give me my schedule, I still had stuff to do, namely emailing tons of people and confirming the schedule, among other things. But what I can tell you with complete confidence is that nothing useful was accomplished on Monday because of how late they were in. Oh my god, are we gonna lose this fight? I think we're gonna lose this fight, dude. Oh, motherfucker, dude. Fuck this game. But yeah, like nothing useful was accomplished. 364, yep. I'm just mashing the button because I'm salty. I should just never take that. I should just never, ever take that thing. By the way, I'm not even looking at the whatever the bonus is. Alright, I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna actually start looking. Oh, fucking hell, dude. What a bunch of fucking trash. Okay, I had 351. Dude, I'm on tilt right now. Yep. I'm getting trolled at work. Well, not really trolled, but people are frustrating me at work with how God, no. Windows is trolling me with randomly minimizing the application that I have open, namely this game. All right. Fucking hell, dude. Piece of fucking trash. Ugh. Oh, and there's a fucking chance to resist damage. God damn it, dude. This is actually abysmal. Yeah, I put him at the top of the timeline again. So fucking sue me, dude. Whatever. Fucking fuck these protected pieces of trash. Oh my god, man. Get the fuck away. That's 231. I don't care. Yeah, I know. I gave him the same. I gave him virtually identical traits. So I'm probably gonna get the same horrible result. Yep. Who could have guessed? Who could have fucking guessed that, dude? Oh man, I am majorly on tilt right now. Oh. Yeah, I know. There was 369. I know. Oh my god, dude. Again with the oh my god. This game is 2 realms in a fucking row, dude, with 35% chance to resist damage. You think that's fucking acceptable, dude? Oh my god. Oh my god. And then there's like garbage nether stones that I picked up. I need to deal with those things as well. Why am I getting into non-essential fights in such a trash fucking realm? Am I feeling okay? Evidently not. Fuck you, game. What actual fucking trash. Come on. Get the fuck away from my the fuck out of here, you piece of fucking trash. Get the fuck out of here. His last parting shot was throwing a useless nether stone at me, knowing that I would have to like go out of my way to get rid of it. Well, fuck you too. Fuck you too, man. Oh my god. I'm just so fucking annoyed, dude, at how much time this ass clown, how much time of mine this bozo has wasted. You also get the fuck out of my way. Fucking hell, dude. Every single creature in this realm is trolling me. Why does this fucking realm property exist? What the fuck? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just... It's just an aspect of the game that's just bad. But usually it's just bad in the background. I'm talking about the 35% resist damage thing. It's just a bad thing. Even really good games have aspects to them that are just bad. Even Diablo 2, a game that I love so much, had stuff that wasn't good. The fact that you had to manually buy or pick up arrows, horrible game decision, and a thing that was fixed by future games where you have a quiver and you equip it and it just never runs out of arrows. 231, 245, 231, 245. What am I doing? 231. 245. Where the fuck are you doing? And then I think there was one more. Right? 261. Whatever. Fucking garbage, trash. Fuck. I don't know. Fuck. Let's just do Hydronox, man. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Oh, dude, I need to... My god, dude, I need to get a hold of myself, because I am... Whatever. Yeah, I know we could have had 450. I don't care, dude. I don't want to hear about it. We gotta collect supplies, which I think means we are gonna... Get the fuck out. I think we are gonna have to interact with those loot sources. Out of my way. Fuck off, dude. But yeah, like, normally the 35% thing, resist damage, it's just slightly bad. But then when you run into it 3 realms in a row, you're just... Like, every time you run into it, it uses up a little bit of your patience. And then you need to then not have to deal with it for a while for your patience to recover. But when you run into it 3 realms in a row, then you're just like... By the end of it, you're just like, fuck this game. This game is trash. It's not trash, but... It... Like, imagine if 3 sessions in a row and you're playing Diablo and you forgot to buy arrows, and then you ran out of arrows in the middle of a boss fight, and then you had to go all the way back to town to buy arrows. normally the fact that you have to buy arrows, it's like it's poor game design. It's a flaw in the game, but usually it's just a small flaw. But if it messes with you multiple times in quick succession, at that point you're just gonna be like, even with a game the caliber of Diablo 2, if the things that are annoying about it, like if there's a perfect storm of those things hitting you over and over again in rapid succession, you, even with a game like that, you're gonna be like, fuck this game sucks. That's how sometimes it feels with this game, when the few bad design choices just like pummel you over and over again in a 10-minute span. You're like, fuck this game. Okay, do we care about handing in a Goblet of Trials? No, we don't. No, we do not. So what do I want to do? I just want to go home. I want to head home, hand in my projects. I'm going to start a Keyforge. And I'll do another pilgrimage. I think there's one other person we're on 82 with. No, we're on 83 now with everybody, so you are getting a pilgrimage. Do I have any nether stones that need getting rid of? Or 11 is whatever. Alright. Let's get through the rest of this episode without any trash. Without any trash happening. So what do we need for the rest of the Rune of Prophecies? Like 2 more Nether Realms is probably not gonna happen. We're gonna get an assassination finished pretty soon. Nether synthesis is gonna take a long fucking time. Keyforge is probably gonna happen first. Okay. Alright, let's go. Did not mean to pick up that thing. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, got a bit of favor with Torn from that. That was nice. Alright, we're at rank 85 with Tauren. I think that means treasure golems have a higher chance of spawning. I think it's gonna be at... Ooh, nice. All this is gonna give us is loot and some fights against skeletons, which we don't care about. So we're gonna say no to that. Weren't there houses in this realm where you gotta deliver mushrooms or something like that? Yeah. Guess we just didn't find any of them. Here, let's take these guys out. Easy. Alright, nothing there. Elementosaur Master, sure. I think there's one more. We still haven't found all of the knights. We gotta get that done. Where are they? Who the hell knows? This is probably up there, I guess. Well, this was up there. I think that gives us more favor with Torin. How much favor, man? I don't know. Probably like 300, if I had to guess. Okay, what are we thinking? I think we're thinking, let's just run to the next realm. Yeah, I know we had 373 and I botched it. I'm still seething. Yeah, 352. I'm still seething from the events of earlier in the episode. Seething and coping. Mostly just seething. I'll cope when we're done with the episode. My form of coping usually involves having a nice warm cup of tea. I'm gonna have that cup of tea. Alright, so what do we need to do in this run? Let's pay attention. Treasure... that sucks, because it's a two-stage thing. You find the treasure map, then you gotta find the treasure. And it could be that the map is in one end, and then it spawns the treasure in the opposite corner, which is like the worst case scenario. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. Deftly dodge everything that's gonna give us treasure, just to avoid loot pickups. Avoid unnecessary loot pickups. The only loot pickups I'll go for is ones that that are there alongside things that give us progress on other things, like obviously like treasure chests. We need to open treasure chests just as a standalone objective, and while opening them we'll get loot. So those ones I'll make an exception for. The things that give us only loot but nothing else, those ones are, I think their days are over. Their days are gone. We no longer care about loot in this game. Alright, let's go down here. Oh, well. Yes, a duplicate card is an acceptable thing. Yeah, we are going to be missing out on duplicate cards. That is true. By limiting our loot intake, we are going to be missing out on duplicate cards, but that is a sacrifice that I'm willing to make in the interests of not flooding my inventory with useless nether stones. That is a bargain that I would make any day of the week. we're ready to move on, but let's just take a look. Is there anything in here? Not really, so I think we're ready to skedaddle. New realm. Gotta take on the nether boss, Etta. It's pretty good. Alright. Another boss to take out. Let's take a look at the realm properties. We're absolutely fine. Fuck off. What's your problem? Oh, champion enemy. Champion enemies are garbage as well. Those guys were not that great either. Alright. Yeah, we're not gonna be picking up that buried treasure, I don't think. We're just gonna be leaving it. Alright. Alright. I really wish there was a way to skip fights after entering a realm. Like, skip everything except for the boss fight. Or, like, skip straight to the boss fight. Alright, let's take out those dudes. Alright. Let's take out Etta. Assassination ready to hand in, which we'll do. And so now we will just need like one more mission and hopefully one more nether portal. That'd be nice to get another fully completed Rune of Prophecy handed in. Ooh, this is the Centaur Master, I think, yeah. Alright. Let's everybody just be quick. I'd rather not fight this guy if I can avoid him, but there's no avoiding him. I really wish there was a way to skip fights, because like the enemy graphics take a moment just to load up, and then you've got to do your like whatever it is you're doing to kill the enemy. Usually in the late game it's going to be something that kills the enemy in one turn, but even that turn, just the game getting you to the point where you can take that turn takes more time than the actual time it takes to kill them, which is why I feel like there should be a way to like quick clear dungeons, or like quick clear them up to the point where you gotta fight the boss. I think that'd be a nice compromise. And maybe the penalty you can pay is that you only get 85, like the game calculates what your expected amount of loot is, and then you only get 85% off it. Or like 75%, however strict you want to make it. So let's say, had you cleared the realm normally, you would have gotten 2 cards for sure. Well, now the game on each of those is going to give you a 75% roll, and now you have a chance of losing them, right? So, you know, you go more quickly, but you got a chance of oh shit. I should have handed in my mission. I fucked up. I fucked up. I should have handed in my mission before starting another realm. And in fact, I think I've already completed this realm. So now there's no turning back, really. I guess it doesn't really matter. It is what it is. Like, how are we gonna find one more realm to complete? It's probably gonna end up being the sorry, like one more mission to complete for the Rune of Prophecies. It's probably gonna end up being the Keyforge mission. Is it though? Have we found all the key? We have not found all the key. We need to find like 4 more key fragments, dude. Really? Well, you know, this helps. This helps quite a bit. We needed 4 key fragments. Now we only need 2 key fragments. I don't know if any more can spawn in this realm, but if they can, I would be most interested in picking them up. Alright, dude, let's get a handle on this. Again, like Mimics, same situation as getting into fights. It takes the game a moment to load up the fight, and then you have to take whatever action. Even if it's a purely automatic action, you still need to press the A button, or like whatever your button is, to advance the game's dialogue to the point where the battle can start and then immediately end, which is another action. It does take time. Whatever. All right, let's just get this done. We have killed the master. Do we care about? Let me just take a look. It's part of the map. Maybe there's gonna be another key piece. I was seeing some yellow stuff on the map, but turns out it was just regular map stuff. How much favor do you give me? Can we hit another favor rank if I do this? We might actually. Alright, that's kind of good. Alright, we get another couple of chests out of this. 343, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Alright, I'm not gonna get into any other non-essential combat. I'm just gonna go home. Alright. And then just... oh, no, gotta do another... oh, what am I doing, dude? Didn't wanna... wanted to do an assassination. Still doing these, Forsaken. And we are already at Hydronox. This is gonna be well, this, if we can find 2 key pieces, this could be the last round for that. Alright. What do we want? Key pieces. How many do we want? 2. And what else? I guess. Let's just hope we get what we need. Alright. 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 Salamanders could have been really annoying, but we got through it. There's one. And will we find one more? B and D, we like that because it gives us a really good amount of favor. That one was not that great. Alright, let's hit this. Now we really need that one more key piece. I will do like another realm if I have to. I will absolutely do an— oh god, get that treasure golem out of my fucking way, dude. Fuck you, dude. Well, no key pieces there. There we go. Have I summoned the portal? I don't think I've even summoned the portal. Ooh. Have I still not summoned the portal? Whatever, take them. There's the portal. Alright, now I guess let's hit a couple of these things. And then we can start wrapping up. Start wrapping up. Okay, okay. With 7 debuffs, we're probably gonna lose a couple of our turns. But it wasn't enough to throw us off. We have a lot of things to pick. I don't really care about which one I pick. I'm just gonna pick whatever's on top. Heaping treasure gives us trash nether stones. Ooh, and 7,500 a nature guild rep. That's pretty good. Keyforge mission ready to hand in means we will be handing in a fully completed Rune of Prophecies. And we got our first achievement for the Hell Knight. And now we'll end off the episode by Easy. Save and continue. And then we'll take a look at what the new Rune of Prophecies is doing for us. Assassination mission is already a bad sign, but if one forage mission, one hunt mission, one raid mission, I will reluctantly accept this. 3 Riddle Dwarves, yeah, I will reluctantly, very reluctantly accept this. And let's start a hunt mission against. We're at S rank with everybody, literally doesn't matter. We'll just do you. Forge mission. We're gonna have to cancel the this fucking nether synthesis takes so long to do as well. Whatever. I'm gonna have to cancel the pilgrimage. I'm sorry. So we're already doing a hunt mission, we're already doing forge mission, I was just a raid mission. Alright, let's do this, and let's do the gambling, Kino, slot machines. And then we are gonna just... Oh no, we gotta set a bounty against a specific false... I should have seen who the false god was. Saint Althea is acceptable. Because if it was against Jotun, then I would have had to... Well, I would have been fucked, because the moment I did those Riddle Dwarf things, it saves the game, I would have been totally fucked. Luckily, Saint Althea is a pretty good fight for us. We also, like, mainly it's because we have new things to gain from Saint Althea. Okay, one last thing. I think I figured out the solution to this room. It's been bothering me that the white marble is too light for the thing to show, right? And we've got the black marble around it. Simple solution, just flip the color scheme. White marble on the outside, black on the inside. Genius. Now I just gotta make sure I'm not using obsidian anywhere else in the castle. Well, these ones we are gonna have to, like, remove one by one. No, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, what have I done? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna load the game again. Because I have to do a couple things anyway, right? First of all, I was a little hasty in deleting the those tiles, because first I need to take a picture to remind myself what the layout looks like. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to set a bounty against Saint Althea. Hang on, I'm gonna have to do Kino? It doesn't save. It saves when you start doing Kino, but before you... What? But before you actually do the game, that makes no sense. Anyway, let's do the bounty against Saint Althea. Now, let me, with my phone, take a picture of this layout, because it's a bit of a complicated layout. I said it's a bit of a complicated layout, so let me picture it with my phone. Now, let's go into decoration mode. Just need to remove these. I'm gonna make sure I don't accidentally remove the the reliquary. Right, so now add decorations, floor tiles, obsidian is going to be around this thing. And let me take a look at what my pattern was. It was 3 by 3 on the top like this. Then another 3 by 3 sort of like this. And like yeah, like this. This and this. And then a 2 by 2 like this. And then 2 by 2 like this. 2 by 2 like this. That looks pretty good. And now white marble goes in the rest of the room. And yeah, a little bit of the white sparkly effect is going over the white marble, but I honestly wouldn't worry about it. I think most of it is clearly visible. And you know what? The white marble makes the room pop a little. So, you know what? We're gonna run like this for now. The decision has been rendered. It's also the only part of my castle that has a large spread out area of a light colored floor in a pretty dark colored castle. So I'm gonna call it good, but you know, this is the very end of the episode. Again, the old principle applies. If you make a change and you're not sure about it, don't stay there and fixate on it. Instead, take a step away, and then after you've been away for a while, when you look at it, immediately your gut instinct will tell you, is it correct or is it not? For instance, the changes we made here, my gut instinct is telling me that these are all correct. This thing looks like it's coming up out of the ground. and then we've just tiled around it. This hole also looks like it's come up out of the ground and like broken the floor. And then these machines, really everything that's on the ground but not like breaking through the ground, has this sheet metal underneath it, and it all looks very appropriate and all looks very nice. So this definitely I think is a successful remodel of this room. The inspiration, of course, came from when I removed the Venedon tiles, I removed them from this place as well. Well, you know what? Let me rectify that. Alright. Like that. I guess one thing we could have done is maybe lowered the amount of Venedon tiling so that, you know what, it's fine. I think I like it looking like this because we can imagine that this space is used for like loading and bringing in materials, and maybe we can put in something like some custom object. In fact, since we've devolved into decorating the floor anyway, might as well just like add something. What makes sense to add in a blacksmith place? Like maybe like torture chamber could have some good things. Or maybe I should. Ooh, what was that? Swarming statue? I don't think so. There's gotta be something, right? What was that? Oh, that's already used somewhere. The promise I will make you is that after this, we are definitely gonna be done with decorating for a long time. We're gonna be focusing on purely gameplay stuff. Ooh, Path of the Damned has some pretty cool things. Do we like any of these? These are just random things. Ooh. A large ornate chest. Nah, it doesn't really fit. There's gotta be something in here that feels like it belongs in a blacksmith. Ooh, that looks interesting. These are breath and balance things. Koi pond? I don't think so. Holiday wreath? I don't think so. Ooh, that could be good. Hello. Those look nice. Heretic armaments? How about some... Yes. The heretics has what we need, I think. So the heretics armaments and the barrels, I think, are the leading contenders. But let's see if maybe you've got some cool things. Some cogs. No. Dead ships. Damarel scrap could be an interesting idea. Corpse lantern. That looks fun, but I don't think we want it necessarily in this room. Then all these breakable objects. Blood Shroud. Bees? No. Astral Gallery, Arachnid Nash, Amalgam Gardens. We wanted the Heretics. I've way overshot it. Heretics. Let's take a look at this. So, how about like barrels and armaments like that? There we go. And we can imagine that the barrels have like small metal objects that are used, or like fuel for the forge and other things, and then this part of it can remain. So, oh well, that's a bit of a problem. We gotta move this stuff. So that it is not blocking our path. So now we come in, there's these barrels in the way, and now to talk to him we gotta go like this. You know what? That looks nice. That looks fine. Because we gave the Enchantress some extra decorations. It's only fair that we should have some sort of like extra little things for the blacksmith as well. And you know, it's not glamorous looking, but I think it does add a little bit of flavor to the empty spots in this room. Also, let me take a look. Are we using the weapon racks? We are using the weapon racks already for the arena. Otherwise, I would have used them on the back wall of the blacksmith. But I'm gonna call it good. I don't think we need to go overboard filling the wall with stuff. I think this looks fine, and this episode has also gone long enough. So we're gonna call it good. But before we call it good, let's take a look at what we accomplished. Let's take a look at some of the recent achievements. We got a couple. Well, we got the Grove Tender done. We got the Hell Knight done. Also, in the previous episode, we got all of the Master achievements done. So that's nice. But that also means that achievement popping is going to be a slow process, because the only achievements left are very, very slow grind achievements. And they're going to be... we're going to be getting at most 1 or 2 achievements per episode from here on until the end, basically. Because, yeah, all of the low-hanging fruit achievements have been swept, have been already gobbled up. Let's take a look at some of the progress we made on some of the other achievements. We are now at 6.53 million for creature parts. Racing along. I make the same terrible joke every single time, because obviously we're not racing along because of how slow it is to make progress on this achievement. Nevertheless, we ticked up by another 0.01. How are we on character achievements? We handed in a fully completed Rune of Prophecy, putting us at 3,017 prophecy lines and 397 overall runes of prophecy. That's pretty good. Now, how are we for our realm achievements? I was mashing away at the Y button. That takes us to over 87,000 times refreshing our realm properties at the teleportation shrine. Less than 13,000 to go. We are also at 93,500 destructible objects and about 46,600 resource nodes. So we're doing well on that, and we are at 48,266 treasure chests opened. So that is also pretty nice. But yeah, that is gonna be all for today. It was a long episode. We had another impromptu decoration session, but I promise you we're done with decorating for a while. I'm really happy with how this looks. Happy with how this looks. Pretty happy with how this looks. Really quite happy with how that looks. And the other big change that we made was we flipped the scheme in this room. We put the dark on the inside and the white on the outside, and I think that makes it look much better. And yeah, we're gonna call it good. I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you'll join me next time for our next episode. And until then, take care.